You must...
Sonia Shawcross, the artist.
Anna Victoria Alcott, Beatrice.
Such a tragedy about that Babette.
My name is Ivy. It's nice to meet you.
Meet the Ashleys.
Hi, I'm Ashley.
I'm Ashley. Cora molested me today.
I'm Nicolette, Talia's house manager.
Who is she? Who are you? I'm Siobhan Corbin.
Hey, how's it going, my delicates? Welcome to a American Horror Story delicate character tier ranking. I thought this video would be fun to do. I really enjoyed Delicate. I know people did not like it. They had a lot of problems with it. I guess they saw a lot of flaws that I wasn't able to see because I enjoyed the story. I like the slow burn style. It also had like great cinematography. The quality of like the camera was awesome. It had like this weird filter that made it like gloomy yet like glamorous and stylish at the same time. I love the ominous feel that it had. The score was amazing. I like the fact that it had like a sense of dread. Someone was watching you, like, and you don't even know it, or you did know it because of the cameras, right, in the attic or in the basement. But someone was manipulating everything in Anna's life, and that is kind of terrifying to some degree, right? And while this may not have been like the best season, I would easily rank it in the top 5 of American Horror Story. One thing that I really did not like about this show, well, two things that I did not like about Delicate was we never really saw spiders. That was my biggest gripe, I think, was that we didn't see the spiders. And the second thing that I didn't like was the short runtime. It seemed like with each passing episode, the runtime was getting shorter and shorter. And, you know, that was a missed opportunity that they could have used. They could have easily given us way more depth into like the characters, the stories, how everything came to be. Like, how did Siobhan become this god, I guess, since she was alive since the dawn of time, basically. I want to know the origin of Siobhan. I feel like that would have been like a really interesting standalone episode in itself, because I enjoyed Kim's performance as the villain, or how she recruited Susan, the bathroom lady witch, the super fan of Anna's. Like, how did she come about? They could have like used Cora a little bit more. Like, even though she was Anna's stalker, it would have been nice to have sprinkles of hints that Cora was the one sabotaging her pregnancy because she was jealous and she was the mistress, obviously, the Dexter. So she was trying to, you know, ruin her life. In episode 2, they had Cora calling Anna, talking about the stalker, and it does sound like her voice. And when I went back to episode 1, it is clearly Cora that's talking. But if they had like more hints that it was her, then it would have been better. That reveal would have been better. But I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it at all. You know, things like that could have like benefited the season a whole lot more. And maybe it would have been better. I don't know. And I know a lot of people had their problems with this season. Either it was just the same old thing in each episode, Anna hallucinating, the witches manipulating, and the finale like really made them hate this season. And I get it. I do get it. Because everything came so fast while it was slow at the same time. And as where the season ranks compared to like other segments of American Horror Story, I would definitely rank Delicate in like my top 5. It had spurts of what makes this show American Horror Story, and that was when Anna ate the raccoon, or the whole entire Ave Hestia episode. That was great. I love that shit. Dexter's dad being a gross but I do think they could have done more if they had stuck with the 45-minute mark of storytelling. In previous seasons, I swear to God, they were almost an hour long, but now it's like 30 minutes. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. So if you look at my table that I have over here, I have characters on the left side, which there are 10 on this side, and then I have 10 more characters on the right side. So I have 20 characters from this season that I have picked out. And I know there are probably a few more characters that I missed, but I'm only ranking characters that have appeared in 2 or more episodes. And I know like one character in particular is going to be like, what? She was barely in it, but again, she was in it for 2 episodes. And so that's why I have this certain character part of the group. And plus, I like even numbers. So American Horror Story Delicate, I don't really know about the characters. Like, I feel like we could have fleshed them out a little bit more. Honestly, just by looking at these characters, I feel like most of them are going to be in the C rank. And I already know who's going to be in the A rank, and it actually might surprise you. And I'm going to be ranking based on how I like them and not how good or evil they were. Because sometimes I like evil people, and sometimes the good people suck. You know, they're boring, they're flat, no life to them. It happens. Yeah, and sometimes evil is the best, right? Sometimes the evil characters are the better ones. Without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so first up we have Dexter, who is Anna's wife. He was having an affair with a bitch on the right side. How would I rank Dexter? I think I would rank Dexter as a C. He wasn't great. Actually, I might go with D. He was kind of boring, to be honest. He didn't really believe in Anna when she said that she was having these crazy visions or crazy hallucinations. And, you know, that's not his fault, too, because he was being influenced by the Coven as well. But he also was having an affair with Cora. While he was pressuring Anna to have a baby, he was really adamant about having kids with Anna, yet he was sleeping behind her back. Not cool, bro. Not cool. Alright, so let's go to the right side. Let's do Kamal. Kamal may have been the only good guy in this show. I don't know if you noticed, but every human male species in this was awful except for Kamal. And the witches had a point at the end about how they wanted to destroy toxic masculinity, and maybe they should, because every testicled man in this season was god awful. But Kamal was actually great. Even though we didn't really see Kamal, he was a good father, right? And he was married. He wasn't part of the Coven. And personally, I mean, he was okay. He was alright. So I think I'll rank him at a B. He wasn't too shabby. Not too shabby. Okay, so back to the left side. We have Margaret Alcott, who's Anna's mother. This one is the one that's kind of like iffy because she had like 5 minutes of screen time total. So is it fair to like actually rank her? She did appear in more than one episode. And she is an AHS regular, so I had to have her on here. I mean, she's kind of like an AHS regular, right? She's been around since the 3rd season. But where would I rank her in the tier list? I think I would put her, like, even though I love Grace Gummer and her presence in the show, I think I might have to put her in the C range because her character wasn't really fleshed out. We don't really know much about her except for that she died young right after Anna was born. And that's pretty much it. She was singing that song to Anna to help her sleep that her husband hated. But the same song is the one that Nicolette sang to her. That's kind of creepy, right? But I'm going to place Margaret in the C range. Miss Preacher. Miss Preacher was kind of a freaky, creepy lady at the beginning. It seemed like she was going after Anna. I thought she was the one talking to Anna through like the calendar app, saying like they did something to your baby. But no, she was actually like this innocent lady that had also made a deal with the Coven. She gave up her newborn so she could have a successful fashion life, I suppose, or career. But again, like she didn't really have that much screen time, I feel. I think I might put her in the C range as well. It's like in the middle, B and C. She wasn't awful, but she wasn't great. Alright, Babette. Babette, another character that we barely have seen. She was a up-and-coming young actress that tragically died way too soon. And that's kind of Anna's fault in a way because she wanted to win an Oscar and that was the only way to eliminate the competition. But we barely knew her, so I'm gonna place her in the C range as well. She was just kind of meh, I guess. Alright, Cora. Cora, I kind of like the actress because she was in the first season of Scream Queens, so it was a surprise seeing her. And her character was kind of the same as in Scream Queens. She was having an affair that ended deadly. In Scream Queens, the person that she was having an affair with got his head cut off, but in this one, she just got dumped. And she kind of did awful things to Anna. She was the one that was making sure that she wouldn't get pregnant. And again, like, we barely saw any screen time of her. So I'm going to have to place her in the C range as well. How much screen time does she have? Less than 10 minutes? Alright, Dr. Hill. Dr. Hill... Again, I feel like this is a character that we barely saw. Like, he wasn't super special, but he also wasn't, like, a total bore. So I'm going to have to place him in the C range as well, even though Dennis O'Hare is kind of... I like Dennis O'Hare in the American Horror Story family. Talia, the shady best friend of the house. One of the witches in the coven. She backstabbed her best friend to take her place within the coven. She also... I'm going to have to place her in the C as well, I think, because I feel like she is another character that we barely saw. She was in the first 2 episodes, and then she went MIA until, like, the 6th episode. Yeah, I think I'm going to just place her in the C range. Nicolette. Talia's house manager, another member of the coven. She apparently tried to leave the coven. I was actually hoping that Nicolette was going to be good. When Adeline exposed the truth about Nicolette wanting to leave, I was hoping that was going to be true in the end. Because, you know, all those times that she was staring at Anna, like, evilly and sinister, like, I was hoping it was because she was protecting Anna, just watching out for her. But that wasn't the case. She was just keeping an eye out on her. She was trying to keep her close so she could take her down. But I'm going to place Nicolette in the C range. She was kind of interesting, but I don't think she was, like, that interesting. Okay, Adeline. Adeline is the mysterious wife that had died before Dex married Anna. Even though Adeline was only in, 2 episodes, Abe Hestia in the finale, she was a great character. I felt really bad for her and what happened. Her mother was so fucking awful to her, and she knew in her heart what they were doing was bad. She had remorse, she had guilt, she was a good witch the entire time, and she was burned because of it. She wanted out of the coven, and, you know, she was set into a blaze, and that's just truly awful, especially done by your own mother. And then she came back in the end and helped Anna kick Siobhan's ass. But Adeline was one of the most interesting characters, I think. Even though she was in the show for like a total of 30 minutes, I really liked her character and her whole backstory. It was really interesting. So because of that, I'm probably going to have to place her in the S range. She truly was one of the better characters in Delicate. Alright, up next is Ivy, Nurse Ivy. He wasn't really a nurse, he was just a witch. Who I thought was the head witch the entire time. Apparently, when I rewatched the finale, she said that she killed the surrogate's twin for Siobhan. So when she was performing that thing in Anna's vagina, she was actually giving her an abortion. She was killing the fetus. The human fetus. She was killing Anna's real baby the entire time. And that's pretty fucked up, actually. That's really messed up. And then she kind of went away for a little bit, and then she popped up, like, especially more in the second half of the season. And I kind of liked her character in episode 6 when she was at opening night and kind of playing dumb in her self-cesarean section. Oh my god. That was pretty fucking brutal. But where I would rank her, I would probably rank her a C, to be honest. I'll probably rank her as a C. So up next is Dexter Sr., This is Dexter's dad, who is a fucking sick asshole. Yeah, he's gonna be an E. He's totally the worst character in American Horror Story. Delicate. You were doing satanic rituals on your wife, your pretend wife. That's so fucked up. And then he was having sex with Siobhan and making babies for decades. Yeah, he deserves to go to hell. So he's gonna be ranked at the bottom. Up next is the star of this season, Anna Alcott. I'm kind of biased towards Emma Roberts. I like Emma Roberts. I thought she gave a pretty good performance this season, especially in the last episode. Like all the screaming, the crying, the pain, the wailing. Basically every emotion that a new mother feels when you're about to give birth and after you give birth. So I think Emma Roberts did a fine job in the role that she was in. Usually she plays like bitchy roles. It was refreshing to see Emma Roberts play a different character other than her main self, I guess. I don't know if that's what she is like in real life. It was great seeing her play someone else other than a bitch. But I'm gonna have to place her in, I think, in the B range. Yeah, I think that's fair. Okay, up next is the director of The Auteur, Hamish. Hamish is another character that we barely saw, I swear. So I'm gonna have to put him in, I don't know, he was kind of blah, boring, so I might place him in the D range actually. And it's not because like he was an awful character, it's just that we didn't really see anything from him. He didn't have a whole lot of personality. He had sex with Siobhan every now and then. And he made a great picture, I guess. An Oscar-winning picture. His character was kind of boring and pointless. Alright, so back on the left side we have Ashley. E-I-G-H, Ashley. Another character that we didn't really see. I'm gonna have to place her in the C range. Even though she was kind of funny. And then we have Ashley, the normal spelling Ashley. Again, I think I'm going to place her in the C range as well, with her Ashley counterpart. Susan, the Anna's fan, crazy fan, also the bathroom witch. She had a creepy moment in episode 7 when Adeline was buying a pregnancy test and you just see like blood. She's smiling and all you see is like blood dripping out of her mouth. Other than that, she was kind of lame in a way. I mean, it was cool kind of seeing her pop up in like Anna's hallucinations. And I guess it was kind of a twist that she was a witch the whole time. But I think I might place her in the D range because I just didn't really like her, honestly. Up next is Siobhan. She's the auteur, so she's pretty much like the director of the whole world. She makes everything happen. She is the god, right? She is God. And I hope a lot of people don't crap on me for where I rank her, but I really thought Kim gave a good performance. I didn't think it was like Oscar worthy or Golden Globe worthy. I have never seen a single episode of her show Keeping Up with the Kardashians or whatever show she has on Hulu. I've never seen a single frame of them, but I thought she sold this performance. And a lot of people say that she was just playing herself, but from someone who's looking from the outside, I thought she did the assignment well. I don't know how she is as a person. She might be a bitch. She might be campy. I don't know. But all I know is that I never cringed when she was on screen. I pretty much laughed every line that she said and delivered. Kim was one of the highlights this season. I'll just be blunt. She was the highlight, I believe. And I'm going to set her next to Adeline in the S range. Yes. Please don't come after me in the comments. That's where she'll be. So the final one on the left side is Sonia. I think I'll put Sonia in the B range. I did like Sonia. She was kind of cool. I don't know what it is that I like about her. I think it might be like the accent or the bull haircut. She reminds me a little bit of Mila Jovovich for some reason. And it's not because of the accent. It's not the accent. But I think it's like the hair or something. Something about her reminds me of Mila, and I just like it. I liked Sonia. I like the character, and it's the actress as well. I think that's why I like her. That's definitely the actress. So Sonia is the sister of Adeline, even though she was a bitch to her sister and really faithful to her evil mom. I can't help but to like her at the same time. All right, so the final character that I have is Virginia Harding, who is Dexter's mother, not real mother, but pretend mother. Dexter Sr.'s, fucking hate him, his fake wife. Where would I place her? She was okay. I remember liking her a little bit, actually, but she was barely in the show as well. I feel like most of these characters that we've seen had 5 minutes of runtime, and I think that's what kind of hurt this season. We didn't really have enough time with these characters, so I'm gonna have to place Virginia in the C range, but I do feel bad about what happened to her. All right, so there we have it. We have ranked the characters from American Horror Story Delicate. So we have two people in the S range, Adeline and Siobhan. Yes, these two together, oh my god. So we have good versus evil, really. If you think about it, we have good versus evil in the same category. Those two together, yes. Maybe that's what the show should have been about. Adeline and Siobhan. Adeline secretly getting revenge on Siobhan after the coven killed her. Would have been interesting, maybe. Looking at the A range, we have no one in the A range. The B range, we have Kamal, Anna, and Sonia. The C range pretty much has everyone. These characters were just okay. Just A-okay. The D range, we have Dexter, Hamish, and Susan. Yeah, these were getting kind of, like, I don't really like these characters that much. And then Dexter's dad at the bottom of the barrel. He was definitely the worst one of all. Alright guys, well that is it. That is my character tier ranking of American Horror Story Delicate. What do you guys think? Does it match your ranking? Or how would you rank these characters? You can let me know in the comments below if you want. Again, I know a lot of people just don't care about this season. They were completely indifferent. I can't help but to like it. I did like it, even though most of the characters were just iffy. Or maybe I should just like go back and rewatch part 1 and then part 2, because it's been a while since I watched part 1. I had a great time making this video. It was fun. I hope I didn't forget anyone. I don't think I did. I forgot to rank the dog. That's right. It was the dog. The dog would be in the A range. Dog right here. Dog. I guess the dog is the only one in the A range. Alright, anyways, that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'm really sorry that this video is kind of late after the finale. I wanted to get it out last week, the week after the finale, just because on Wednesdays we watch AHS. Let me know how it contrasts and compares to your ranking. And I just wanted to say I am going to watch American Horror Story New York City. I'm going to try my best to watch it this summer. Okay, it might come in the fall actually, because with the way I edit videos and my reactions, sometimes it takes a while. I already know what I'm going to be watching this summer. If I can squeeze it into my summer schedule, I will. But if I don't, then I'm definitely going to watch it this fall, which is originally when American Horror Story broadcasts. Yeah, I guess I could watch American Horror Story New York City this October. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon with something else. See ya.